I've had a very shitty weekend, as you could probably tell after the videos that I made a few days ago on Friday. The two videos I made, obviously talking about Telltale's uncertain fate. So, a little more information has come out in that weekend that has made things a little more clear. And this is also kind of just to give you guys some updates that I haven't been paying attention. Telltale is still composed of currently 25 people, a skeleton crew, some of which are working on making Minecraft for Netflix. Some. We don't know what the other what some of the others are doing. It seems to be a couple different teams at the very least. Maybe, possibly. That's according to one person who is still on the skeleton crew, who is still employed at Telltale. A lot of people, such as Michael Kirkbride, have said we have no idea what's going to be done about the last two episodes after episode 2 comes out, which is still confirmed for Tuesday. However, he did give an update saying that episodes 3 and 4, their scripts are completely done. The scripts have been completely made, everything's been written, and in terms of episode 3, a lot of the assets were made. It was pretty far into production, but not far enough that says, we're ready to ship this. Like, it's fully ready to go. There still needs to be some work done. And that has been a big point of contention as to what's going to happen with the final season and how that's going to be resolved. Well, we just got our first bit of actual good news in the last few days, because Telltale sent out a tweet about a couple hours ago, and in the tweet they say, whoever this person is, we don't know, their PR person and their social media person has been fired. Hi everyone, we have a Walking Dead update for you. Multiple potential partners have stepped forward to express interest in helping to see the final season through to completion. While we can't make any promises today, we are actively working towards a solution that will allow episodes 3 and 4 to be completed and released in some form. In the meantime, episode 2 will release tomorrow across all platforms as planned. We hope to have answers for you for your other questions soon. So, that's the first bit of good news. Now, it's still not certain. Any deal with any of these companies or these multiple partners, as they say, can fall through. But who are these potential partners? We don't really know. They don't list it. They don't say it. Many have speculated Skybound, since they have a new gaming division, or gaming publisher division, or whatever it is, that they will have a huge impact. And remember, Skybound is one of those partners that Telltale has this long-term contract with. So it would stand to seem that since they are such a huge partner and they started making the final season, that Skybound would play a very influential role in trying to get this final season completely finished. Much like how Netflix has been pressuring Telltale to get this Minecraft thing done, Skybound may be pressuring them to do the same thing in terms of the final season, which would be understandable considering their contract with them. So one potential partner, Skybound, is either could possibly publish the game themselves, have their own people work on it, or help Telltale license it off to another developer. But again, though, we don't really know who could possibly be one of those partners that they specify. A lot of people, because of the similarities between Telltale-style games and Life is Strange, have suspected Don't Nod Entertainment. They are definitely not one of my top ones due to my own ill feelings about Life is Strange. I hate that game, but I, at this point, would accept anything in regards to seeing the final season done. Especially since Kirkbride has said episodes 3 and 4 scripts are finished, so we wouldn't have to worry about Don't Nod's shitty writing getting into The Walking Dead. Some have suggested Don't Nod, but we honestly just don't know who any of these partners are as of now. But there's been a lot of companies coming forward to assist with former Telltale staff in regards to trying to get them new employment. Some of those companies have been Naughty Dog, some of them, or Gearbox, or Ubisoft, or even some at EA, or like one of their divisions. EA would be another company I would not want to see finishing it, but at this point, like I said, I'll take anything. And I think it's amazing. I think it's really great that whoever these people are that are coming forward that are looking to try and finish The Walking Dead. I think it's incredible that they're actually doing that. Because what incentive is there for any company right now to come forward and try and finish a game that another company made, that another company sold already to others? I mean, seriously, think about that. What is the incentive for some company to come in, see that this game's not going to finish, and be like, "Oh, we'll take it off your hands. We'll just use some of our employees, pour in some of our own resources and money and time into making this game, and probably get no money back." Now, there's probably going to be some agreement that these companies and these parties reach that will allow whoever finishes the final season to earn some sort of money back. But as of now, I think it's really cool. Like, it's really good to see that so many companies, potential companies, are coming forward saying they want to help finish off this final season, which I think is, like I said, just very good. Now, there are a few different reasons as to why any company right now would probably want to come forward with willingness to finish up the final season. One of which is they want to see Clem's story finished and know that there's a lot of people that want to see it finished as well. That's the most, not to sound offensive, not to sound like mean or anything, the most naive or optimistic outcome. Remember, these are companies, so they're going to be driven to make money. I mean, they want to, deliver good games, but, it's a business. Their main goal is to make money, keep people employed, and all that kind of stuff. So that's not, I would say, the complete reason, because, like I said, there's very little financial opportunity in this one gesture, which leads me to my next point. While there may not be huge financial gain from doing this in the short term, at least, in the long term, there is great financial opportunity for anyone willing to take this up, possibly. And the reason why I say that is whoever publishes ends up finishing this up, they just earned a lot of respect from the people that have been playing these games and want to see Clem's story finished. They may instantly become fans of that company. I even said in a post on the forums that, like, whoever does it, I'll buy every single one of their games immediately. Think about that. What if other people had that same mentality? What if others went in with that same thought? That, like, it's been announced, Naughty Dog will finish it. While games like Last of Us, Uncharted, Jack and Dexter have already sold a lot of copies, imagine how much more would probably be sold from Telltale fans or just Walking Dead fans that weren't interested in those games before. And imagine, like, the overall approval rating of a company, which whoever it may be, would immediately skyrocket especially among Telltale fans, or even casual gamers, to see this very simple but nice gesture to finish up this game for the fans. Even those who don't like Telltale games may see this gesture and be like, that's a good company. I respect them for their decision. I'm going to look into them. Think about the long-term possible financial gain that could come from it. That's definitely a good thing. And I also said this in a post on the forums just to give you guys a little bit more perspective or from a different point of view. So, I went a couple months ago to see a band called Trivium. They're one of my favorite bands. But they also were playing with a couple other bands that I had no idea who they really were. I mean, I may have heard of them, but I didn't really listen to them. One of those bands was a band called Fit for an Autopsy. This band, now they performed a very good show. They did. But I'm not sure if it would have been enough to fully get me into that band. What did, though, however, was a simple gesture that one of the band members, one of their guitarists, did. So we're waiting outside of the venue, trying to get in, waiting for them to open the doors. And one of the guitarists just walks out. He just walks out of the venue, and he just starts talking to people. He just walks out and says, "Hey, how's everyone doing?" And he was really humble, he was very down to earth, he was a very nice guy. He was talking to people wearing Fit for an Autopsy shirts who were longtime fans. He was talking to people who had no idea who they were. He was taking pictures, he was signing stuff. It's stuff like that that made me think, this band's pretty cool. I'm going to go out and buy their stuff. And you know what? I did. I bought a couple of their albums now, and they're very good. But that's what I mean. It was not so much what they did on stage, which was good, I said, but it's what they did after that. It's what they did before that that made me think, wow, this band's cool. this guy's pretty cool. I want to check these guys out now. This guy earned my respect. That's exactly what whoever company comes in and does this, that's going to be the mentality of several people now in regards to this. Even people that don't like Telltale. They may see this gesture and say, you know what, that is pretty cool for this company to come forward and do. So, there is, at least not in the short term, but there is long-term gains that can come from a move like this, which I could definitely see as being the reason. And now some people have come forward and say, like, oh, what if Sony buys Telltale? What if Microsoft buys Telltale? What if Ubisoft buys Telltale? Again, that's kind of optimistic. I don't really see that happening. And the reason why I say that is because Telltale was not profitable. I mean, the only games since Walking Dead Season 1... the only game other than The Walking Dead Season 1 that was profitable for Telltale since 2012 was, of all things, Minecraft Story Mode Season 1. That was the only game. That means Wolf Among Us didn't make a profit. Walking Dead Season 2 didn't make a profit. Tales from the Borderlands did not make a profit. Game of Thrones Season 1 did not make a profit. Walking Dead Michonne did not make a profit. Walking Dead New Frontier did not make a profit. Guardians of the Galaxy certainly didn't make a profit. And Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 didn't make a profit, which is odd, but literally, like, seriously, if you actually look at the sales charts for Minecraft Story Mode Season 1, they're actually pretty high. Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, way down. Batman Season 1 did not make a profit. Batman the Enemy Within, despite being actually a very good game, was one of the worst performing Telltale games. That's something. And you're looking at me like, how could the Wolf Among Us not make a profit? That game was incredible. You're right. It was incredible, and it sold incredibly well. That really goes to show you just how fucked up things were inside of Telltale, that the production costs, the expenses, the overall costs in general, they were so bad, they were so high, that even sales of A Wolf Among Us or Walking Dead Season 2 could not get this company profitable. Like, that's how bad things were. They expanded at an exponential rate. They took on more and more projects. And remember, they're buying licenses to make these games. That in itself costs a lot of money. I mean, I feel like they definitely could have made a lot more money if they were more focused on making that original IP that they promised that never ended up going through. But I didn't want to get into huge span. The main point of this video is that we have potential partners that are interested in getting episodes 3 and 4 finished. Now, they're obviously very, very, very slim chance that episodes 3 and 4, if they are to be made, are going to be released on the time span that Telltale released. Now, for once, and it's kind of ironic, Telltale actually released the full schedule of when to expect these games. Episode 3 was supposed to come out November 6th. Episode 4, the season finale, was supposed to come out December 18th, a week before Christmas. I would be very, very surprised if they stick to that schedule. It could take months for a company to say, you know what, episode 3 is going to be made. They may not, whoever comes in may not even do the episodic format. They just may release episodes 3 and 4 at the same time. Just get it over with. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows who's even going to take it on? Who knows if we'll still even get it? But this is the brightest moment. This is the best news that we've had all weekend. And it is good to see something at least happening. Let's just keep praying that something happens. Let's just pray that a deal is eventually made. Now, the quality will probably dip a bit. Don't expect episodes 3 and 4 to be, I would imagine, high quality. I would, because I'd imagine the people working on it aren't that too passionate about it. Like I said, the scripts are made. They don't have to write anything. They may cut some stuff just, to save money, but I would say that writing-wise it may be strong, but performance-wise it may not be, and they may cut some stuff, maybe shorten them episodes. I wouldn't expect it 2.5-hour episodes for 3 and 4. I would expect it for 2, considering that it was still made, but I wouldn't expect a lot for 3 and 4. But I do still hope that we can get a satisfactory ending to Clem's story, and we'll just have to see what happens with Telltale going forward. This may, like I said, still be it for the company, but we still don't know. They still say they're not shutting down, even though they have 25 people. Can't imagine people are going to want to work for the company after all this. We'll just have to see. I wouldn't get my hopes up for Wolf Among Us Season 2 or Stranger Things or anything else from Telltale, but I would still actually be optimistic about Walking Dead final season after hearing this news. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I will be still doing episode 2 of the final season tomorrow. I will say that I'm a little more excited now. I was going to be pretty emotional if this was possibly going to be the last we see. So there is still hope for episodes 3 and 4. So, keep that hope alive. And let's just hope that episode 2 will not be the last time that we see Clementine. So, that's going to be it, guys. I will see you tomorrow for episode 2 of the final season.